In the heart of the African savannah, where the sun blazes down and the air is thick with the scent of dust and life, a scene unfolds that is both shocking and grotesque. Picture a lion, the majestic king of the jungle, known for its strength and regal presence. But today, this lion is not basking in the glory of its dominance. Instead, it is a pitiful sight, a victim of a horrific beehive wound. The once proud creature now bears the marks of a brutal encounter, its body marred by the relentless assault of thousands of tiny, buzzing assailants. The sight is enough to make even the most hardened observer recoil in horror. The lion's mane, usually a symbol of its power, is now matted and stained, a testament to the chaos that has unfolded. As we draw closer, the details become more disturbing. The wound, a gaping hole in the lion's flank, is not just a simple injury, it is a hive of activity, a living testament to the ferocity of nature. Swarms of bees, their bodies glistening in the sunlight, have taken up residence in the lion's flesh, burrowing deeper into the wound. The buzzing sound is a chilling reminder of their presence, a constant hum that fills the air with an unsettling energy. Each bee, a tiny soldier in a relentless army, works tirelessly to expand their territory, feeding on the lion's flesh and leaving behind a trail of destruction. The lion, in its agony, is a mere host to this infestation, a once mighty predator reduced to a canvas for nature's most industrious architects. The science behind this grotesque phenomenon is as fascinating as it is disturbing. Bees, known for their role in pollination and honey production, can also exhibit aggressive behavior when their hives are threatened. And in this case, the lion may have inadvertently disturbed a hive, provoking a swarm that saw the opportunity to defend their home. The venom from bee stings can cause severe allergic reactions, and in this case, the lion's body is not just fighting off the bees, it is also battling the effects of the venom coursing through its veins. The inflammation and pain are palpable, and the lion's roars of anguish echo across the plains, a haunting reminder of the brutal reality of survival in the wild. As we delve deeper in the heart of the African savannah, where the sun blazes down, and the air is thick with the scent of dust and life, a chilling scene unfolds. A lion, the majestic king of the jungle, lies in a patch of tall grass, but this is no ordinary sight. This lion bears a horrific wound, a grotesque reminder of nature's darker side. The gaping hole in its flank is not merely a battle scar, it is a festering hive of bees, a gruesome testament to the intersection of beauty and horror in the animal kingdom. As the camera zooms in, the viewer is met with a shocking tableau of the lion's golden fur matted with blood, and the relentless buzzing of bees, a sound that sends shivers down the spine. This is not just a story of survival, it is a tale of infestation, of nature's cruel hand, and the unexpected consequences of life in the wild. The wound, a gaping cavity, is alive with movement. Bees swarm in and out, their tiny bodies working tirelessly, oblivious to the chaos they have caused. This lion, once a symbol of power and grace, now finds itself at the mercy of these tiny creatures. The bees, drawn to the lion's scent and the warmth of its body, have made a home in its flesh, creating a hive that thrives in the most unlikely of places. The sight is both fascinating and repulsive, a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the unexpected ways in which nature operates. The lion's body, a canvas of survival, is now a battleground where the struggle for dominance takes on a grotesque form. As we delve deeper into this unsettling scenario, we must consider the biology of the bees. These creatures, often seen as harmless pollinators, can become aggressive when their hive is threatened. In this case, the lion's mere presence has triggered a defensive response, leading to a swarm that is both protective and destructive. The bees, with their stingers poised, are not just defending their home, they are inflicting pain and suffering on a creature that once ruled the savannah. The irony is palpable. The lion, a predator at the top of the food chain, is now reduced to a victim, a mere host for a colony of insects. The infestation raises questions about the balance of nature. How does one creature's survival lead to the suffering of another? The bees, in their quest for survival, have unwittingly turned the lion into a host, a living vessel for their hive. This relationship, while seemingly one-sided, is a reflection of the complex web of life that exists in the wild. The lion, despite its size and strength, is not immune to the whims of nature. It serves as a reminder that, in the grand scheme of things, every creature, no matter how powerful, is subject to the laws of survival. As we observe the lion's plight, we cannot help but draw parallels to the human experience. In our quest for dominance over nature, we often forget that in the heart of the African wilderness, there lies a scene both harrowing and captivating as a lone leopard, one of nature's most elegant predators, groans silently beneath the unforgiving gaze of the sun. This creature, magnificent in its spotted glory, is now marked by a horrific wound, the result of what can only be described as a beehive infestation that has turned it from a regal feline into a tragic spectacle of nature's brutal irony. As we zoom in, the camera lingers on the gaping, infected wound that is infested not just with pus and decay, but swarming legions of enraged bees that cling to the leopard's flesh, transforming its once gleaming coat into a grotesque tapestry of suffering. The sight is not just shocking, it evokes a primal fear, a gut-wrenching sadness that lingers in the throat, a harsh reminder of the raw and ruthless reality of life in the wild. Imagine for a moment the initial encounter, the moment this sleek hunter found itself in the realm of the unspeakable. Perhaps it was a careless exploration, a curious sniff in the shadow of a tree where bees had built their fortress of honey. With a single rash movement, the leopard inadvertently brewed a storm of stings, a cloud of vengeance rising from the hive to defend its home. What followed was a desperate, chaotic dance of survival, where the agile beast, despite its formidable prowess, was brought down not by a rival predator, but by swarms of tiny stingers. Each sting, a penetrating reminder of pain and vulnerability, must have been a cacophony of agony as the bees worked to protect their hive, mercilessly invading the once dominant predator space. The wound is now a macabre sight. The once pink skin is marred by angry red blotches, where the stingers have buried themselves deep. The intense focus of the camera captures the minute details. The sticky remnants of honey splattered across the grass, the frantic buzz echoing through the air. A chilling soundtrack to this tableau of suffering. Each moment draws us deeper into the reality of this encounter, a vivid portrayal of nature's elemental horror. The bees, often misunderstood as mere pollinators, emerge here as relentless avengers, their communal instinct leading to an outcome so grotesque that it could easily fill an entire book of horror. As we dissect this tragic event, we peel back the layers to understand the broader implications. What is it that drove the leopard to this fate? Is it a reflection of a natural cycle, an inevitable consequence of the food chain, or does it whisper a darker narrative about survival and trust within this interconnected web of life? In nature, the line between glory and horror is perilously thin, and this leopard embodies that fine balance. Its suffering underlines a stark truth: all creatures, no matter how powerful, can become entangled in the unexpected. This brings us to the topic of bee infestations themselves. Bees are often portrayed as harmless, industrious creatures, tirelessly working to pollinate flowers and produce honey. However, an infestation, a condition that can happen when bees perceive a threat to their hive, or when they are disturbed, reveals their darker side. Once triggered, their instinct to protect their colony can lead to catastrophic consequences for any intruder. In this case, the regal leopard that misstepped into their territory. The event speaks volumes about the wild's natural order, where even minor disturbances can ripple outwards, resulting in profound consequences. Leopards, like all wildlife, can thrive only if they respect the delicate boundaries of their ecosystem. Their seemingly fearless instincts sometimes blind them to the dangers lurking in seemingly innocent places. In an ironic twist, we start to see ourselves in this scenario as stewards of nature, often intruding into habitats not meant for us, disrupting the intricate dances of life. The same traits that allow us to explore and expand our territories can lead to similar calamities for other creatures. Who intervenes for the leopards when they trespass unwittingly? When humans encroach on nature, we face similar, albeit more metaphorical, consequences. As we reflect on this, a dark humor emerges quietly from the edges of tragedy. What if we, the humans, were besieged by bees for our indiscretions in nature? Consider the absurdity of a human stumbling into a beehive, where a simple picnic could turn into a scene from an action movie, with a swarm of furious bees on hot pursuit. Would we then empathize momentarily with our spotted friends? As the camera pulls back, we are left with a haunting image of the leopard, still contending with its horrific fate, now beneath the shadowy canopy of the jungle, where life thrives in raw, merciless cycles, lies a grotesque spectacle few would dare imagine. A majestic jaguar, the silent predator of the night, now marred by a nightmarish wound resembling a swollen, festering hive. This gruesome lesion is no ordinary injury. It is a hive, a grotesque fortress of living torment, where bees have turned this noble beast into a grotesque host. The jaguar's scarred fur funnels your gaze into the writhing heart of the wound. Thousands of bees cluster, crawling like a seething black river. Their glossy bodies pulse with sickening intensity, tirelessly tending to the hive as they weave honeycomb structures deep inside the jaguar's flesh. The violins of decay play softly beneath, the putrid scent of infection, the sticky exudate oozing from ruptured cells blending the natural with the macabre. Bee infestation in such a wild predator is an anomaly born of nature's cruel ironies. Typically, bees defend their hives from all invaders, but here they have infiltrated the singular body of this jaguar, transforming the creature into a walking tomb for their colony. The invasion likely began from a minor scratch, imperceptible to the cat but irresistible to the opportunistic insects.